Have you ever wondered if your yearly health checkups are actually keeping you healthy or quietly putting you at risk? Because here's the truth. After 70, some routine medical tests can do more harm than good. And the shocking part? Many of these tests are the very ones your doctor might still recommend. In fact, research shows that up to 1/3 of all tests given to seniors lead to false alarms, unnecessary treatments, and even life-changing complications. So today, we're pulling back the curtain on 5 medical checkups people over 70 should think twice about, because sometimes the best thing you can do for your health is say no. Stay with me until the end, because the #1 test on this list is linked to nearly 5% of all cancer cases in the US, and most people have no idea they've been exposed to it. Before we begin, let me ask you this. Have you or someone you love ever gone for a routine test and ended up regretting it? Share your story in the comments below. You might help someone avoid the same mistake. Now, let's start with #5, a test that sounds completely harmless but can quietly steal your peace of mind. #5, bone density scan, or DEXA scan. It's quick, it's painless, and doctors recommend it all the time for people over 60. But once you cross 70, a bone density scan might be giving you fear, not facts. Here's why. Bone loss is a normal part of aging. Just like wrinkles or gray hair, your bones naturally thin out with time. But the scan doesn't differentiate between natural aging and dangerous bone loss. So even if your bones are perfectly fine for your age, your report might label you as osteopenic or borderline osteoporosis, and that's where the trouble begins. Because the next thing many seniors are prescribed are bisphosphonate medications, drugs that can cause acid reflux, esophageal irritation, brittle bones, or even a rare condition where parts of the jawbone literally die. That's not exaggeration, it's medically documented. One long-term study from the Journal of the American Geriatric Society followed over 1,200 women above 70. After years of treatment with these bone drugs, the difference in fracture rates was only 0.3%. That's almost nothing. But the side effects were real, painful, and long-lasting. Here's something most doctors won't tell you. You can strengthen your bones without a single pill. Simple habits like resistance exercises, a vitamin D-rich diet, sunlight exposure, and foods like sardines, almonds, spinach, and Greek yogurt have been shown to reduce fracture risk by more than 20% naturally. So, if you're over 70 and haven't had fractures or falls, consider skipping the DEXA scan, because sometimes peace of mind is the healthiest result you can get. But that's just the beginning. The next test might sound high-tech and impressive until it leads to brain surgery. #4, brain MRI for memory loss. Here's a scary statistic. Nearly 8 out of 10 brain MRIs done on seniors show abnormalities, but only a tiny fraction of them actually point to a real disease. Let that sink in. Most of the time, those abnormalities are simply the normal signs of aging, minor white spots, tissue shrinkage, or changes in blood flow that happen to everyone. But once they're seen on a scan, panic sets in. A harmless scan can quickly turn into a chain reaction of anxiety, unnecessary treatments, and even invasive brain procedures. Take the story of George, a 74-year-old retired engineer who went for an MRI because he was forgetting names. His results came back with white matter changes, which sounded terrifying. He became convinced he had early dementia. He stopped driving, withdrew socially, and spiraled into depression. But when reevaluated, his memory tests were normal for his age. What really helped him? Better sleep, hydration, daily puzzles, and social interaction. Not more scans. If your memory slips once in a while, that doesn't mean your brain is failing. It means you're human. Unless you have sudden confusion, severe headaches, or changes in personality, an MRI won't help you. It'll just scare you. For mild forgetfulness, a simple paper-based cognitive test is far safer and more accurate. Still, too many people are pushed into MRIs because of fear, and that fear often leads to something worse: unnecessary surgery, anxiety, and even more decline. Now, if you think that's bad, wait until you hear about test number 3, because this one could push you straight toward heart surgery you never needed. Number 3, the cardiac stress test. The treadmill test, also known as the cardiac stress test, is one of the most overused medical exams for seniors. Doctors often recommend it when someone feels tired or a little short of breath. But here's the truth. After 70, the false positive rate for this test can be as high as 40%. That means almost half the people told they have heart disease don't. And when the results look suspicious, the next step is usually more testing: angiograms, stents, or even bypass surgery, procedures that carry serious risks like kidney injury, internal bleeding, and long hospital stays. Let me tell you about Raymond, a 75-year-old mail carrier who is active and healthy. One day, he mentioned to his doctor that he felt a little tired walking uphill. That innocent comment led to a stress test, then a catheterization, and finally a stent, all for a blockage that wasn't even dangerous. He ended up hospitalized for kidney complications caused by the dye used in the procedure. The worst part? His fatigue was never from heart disease. It was dehydration and low potassium. Before you agree to a stress test, ask yourself, do you actually have chest pain, shortness of breath, or sharp fatigue during mild activity? If not, a simpler resting ECG or coronary calcium scan is far safer and just as informative. Because sometimes the test to be safe is the one that puts you at risk. But up next, number 2, a procedure that's been promoted as life-saving, yet may do more harm than good after age 70. Number 2, colonoscopy after 70. Now this one might surprise you. Colonoscopy is often called a must-have for cancer prevention, but after 70, and definitely after 75, the math just doesn't add up. A major study of over 1.3 million seniors found that for every 1,000 colonoscopies in people over 75, only 2 lives were saved, while more than 20 suffered serious complications like bleeding, bowel perforation, or even heart rhythm issues during sedation. That's a 10-to-1 risk ratio. Even the U.S. Preventative Services Task Force now advises stopping routine colonoscopy after age 75, unless you have symptoms like bleeding, changes in stool, or a family history of colon cancer. There's a better alternative. The FIT stool test, done at home, is non-invasive, affordable, and still highly effective at detecting issues. No sedation, no prep, no hospital stay. Here's the hard truth. Sometimes staying healthy isn't about doing more. It's about knowing when to stop. Just because something worked at 50 doesn't mean it's safe at 75. And our final checkup, number 1, proves that more than anything else. Because this last one is directly linked to cancer. Danger, number 1, full-body CT scans. They sound futuristic, don't they? A full-body scan that promises to catch disease early. But in reality, it's one of the most dangerous medical fads for seniors. A single full-body CT scan exposes you to the radiation of up to 500 chest X-rays. That's a dose your body may never fully recover from. And get this, studies suggest that nearly 5% of all cancers in the U.S. could be traced back to radiation from medical imaging, like CT scans. Yes, the very tool designed to find cancer can actually cause it. That's because these scans often detect harmless spots or cysts that come with age. But once seen, doctors are required to investigate. And that leads to more scans, biopsies, surgeries, and sometimes permanent damage. Like Marcus, an 80-year-old martial arts instructor
who felt perfectly fine. His preventative full-body scan found a tiny lung nodule. It was benign, but the biopsy punctured his lung. He spent weeks recovering for something that never needed treatment. So if you're feeling fine, resist the urge for unnecessary scans, because every scan adds up, and your body deserves better protection than that. If you ever need imaging, targeted scans for a specific symptom are the safest route. Don't let marketing or fear convince you otherwise. Getting older doesn't mean getting tested more. It means getting tested smarter. At 70 and beyond, your best defense against disease isn't more machines. It's movement, nutrition, community, and sleep. Simple, powerful habits that build resilience from the inside out. So next time someone says, it's just a routine test, remember, not every test is routine for you. Stay informed, stay active, and always ask this one question before saying yes. Will this test change how I'm treated or just make me worry? If the answer is worry, walk away. If you found this video eye-opening, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more science-backed health insights that actually protect seniors, not scare them. And tell us in the comments, which of these tests surprised you the most? Have you ever refused to test and felt better for it? Because remember, sometimes less medicine is better medicine.